Hi guys, and welcome back to Keep Smiling Adventures, and today we are going to be having a look at this, the new bar roll bag that I will be using, the Ortleib 9 litre bar roll bag. This is going to be a first look, kind of looking at it, first impressions kind of video, not a full review. I'll do that later on the channel once I've actually taken it on some proper trips, but this is the first impressions of the Ortlieb bar roll bag. Let's get into it. Okay, so first things first, this is the Ortlieb bar roll bag, and the one that we will be looking at today is the 9 litre version. This bag comes in two versions, this one right here, the 9 litre version, and also a 15 litre version. The cost, well, not cheap. If you buy this directly from the Ortlieb website, the 9 litre version is £105. The 15 litre version is £125. But if you go to other retailers, you can normally get the 9 litre version for around £90 and the 15 litre version for around £100. Now, there are some slight differences between the 9 litre and the 15 litre versions. They are very subtle, but they are there. The main difference is the 15 litre version has a orange elasticated strap attached to it, where the 9 litre does not. I'm not really sure why they've taken that off the 9 litre version. It would be quite nice to have it, but it's not there. Mounting this bag to your bars is pretty much straightforward, and it follows pretty much how all of these bar roll bags attach to your bike. It has a strap around the head tube to stabilize it, and it has two straps around the handlebars. Now, this bag does have a slight difference, and that is that it actually uses two straps on the same loop on each handlebar strap, if that makes sense. So you have the basic first strap, it's a Velcro strap, then it also has a nice strap that you can clip together and then tighten the handlebar strap. This is actually a really nice feature because sometimes getting the correct tension and tightness of Velcro straps can be a little bit fiddly and tricky, and also over a period of time Velcro becomes a little less sticky and less tacky, and having this extra strap there is, I think, is definitely going to help. Definitely a nice little feature. This bag also uses some big foam blocks. In total, you get 5 with the bag, so you can have 2 on each side, and then there's one spare. The reason for this is so you can have a bit of hand room around your top of your bars. Now, I'm using 1 pad on each side at the moment on my Sonder, and that feels fine. This definitely is quite a good, nice little touch. Definitely helps if you want a little bit of finger room on your tops of the bars. Some of these bags can definitely obstruct that. Just on a side note with these foam blocks, that the more you use, the closer the bag ends up getting to the front wheel. Now, this bag does sit quite low below the handlebars, so if you are running a really small frame, this could be an issue. Now, this bike that I've got this bag on right now, as you can see, is a 60 centimeter Sonder Camino. I'm tall, so I ride a big bike, and I have, generally speaking, have quite a lot of room. But if you were riding something maybe towards the low 50 centimeters, or especially if you're really on the smaller side, on 47 centimeter frames, you may not have enough room and tire clearance. Now, being a roll top bar bag, it is fully waterproof as long as you roll it correctly. I would say anytime you're rolling these, try and get at least 3 rolls to make sure you don't get any water inside. But Ortlieb are very well known for making good waterproof products from pannier bags, so I'm definitely convinced this will be 100% waterproof. On today's little test ride of this bag, the rain did come out and everything was dry inside. Now, like I say, this is a roll top, so you can get into it either side. It rolls down from each side. This bag also has a really nice little feature of a valve core, so when you have packed the bag, you can squish it down to remove any last bit of air that is in there to make it smaller. Now, on today's test ride of this bag, I just stuffed it with a bunch of stuff just to sort of get a feel of how it would feel on a bike, what I could fit inside. Now, on today's trip, I managed to just stick a tarp in there and a hammock and a waterproof jacket. Now, I normally will stick my tent in there and normally a waterproof jacket. Also, the bag features 2 straps that go the entirety of the way around the bag. Now, this can be used to hold tent poles or an extra jacket on the outside if you just want to stuff something there for quick access. And as you tighten the strap, you use the clip to secure this. Is quite a nice feature. It was holding the tent poles I had on this bag today very securely. Apart from that, there isn't too much more to say about the outside of this bag. It has a couple of reflective details on it, but apart from that, it's pretty much just a dry bag. This bag does have a slightly unique feature compared to a lot of other bar roll bags, and that is that it has a solid structure at the top. It's just basically a plasticky pole, and that is going to help with your stability. This sits between the bag, the foam, and the handlebar, or just against the handlebar if you're not using the foam pads, but this looks like it should help with longevity and the stabilization of the bag. Now, as I said before, this bag kind of hangs below the handlebars instead of being pulled into it. This does leave you with plenty of space between the levers if you are using drop bars on a gravel bike. The handlebars on this bike today are the Ritchie Ventura Max 44cm bars. And as you can see, there is plenty of space to be able to shift or sit on your drops and get to your levers and all of that. So in terms of my first impressions on the stability of this bag, I am very impressed really. It doesn't feel like it moves, it feels rigid and it feels secure. You've got plenty of places to put your hands, it doesn't get in the way, and it's easy to access. Now, it doesn't have any added pockets on the outside or anything like that. It is pretty much just a dry bag, and like I said, on the 9-litre version you lose the elasticated strap. I'm not sure why. But although it doesn't come with any added pockets, you can actually attach an extra bag, an accessory pack that Ortleib do if you wanted a bit of extra storage. As far as I can tell, this bag seems a pretty solid solution, as good as bar roll bags can be. However, there is one little thing that I noticed that is kind of a negative depending on who you are, and that is the handlebar straps can only be placed in the one place that they are. You can't move them to the left or to the right, or like nearer to the stem or further away from the stem. So if you've got lots of things on your bars already, you may have a bit of a problem with the space of this. So that's just something to take into consideration, because on the head tube section you can change the position of that strap up or down depending on the size of your bike. And the only other negative I think I could possibly find right now without having continued use of this bag is that if you are on the smaller side, or if you are a smaller rider, then you may not have enough tire clearance for this bag, as it does typically hang a little bit lower than others. Okay guys, that is a first look at the Ortlieb bar roll bag. That's what I'm going to be using from now on, after I broke the old Toro one. So I'll do a final review of this bag a little bit later on once I have given it a good testing. But if you enjoyed this video, found it helpful, this video a thumbs up, and until next time, keep smiling, enjoy the adventure. Peace.